Do 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 do.
चलिए जी शुरू करते हैं। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। जैसे बताया था, मेरा नाम एहसन जावेद है। हम यहाँ नई टीम डेवलप कर रहे हैं डिजिटल डिविडेंड में। एंड हमारे लीडर्स ने हमें अपॉर्चुनिटी दी कि हम नई चीज़ों को एक्सप्लोर करें और यहाँ पर सीखने का मौका दिया हमें और नई टेक्नोलॉजीज पे काम करने का मौका दिया। तो उसी मद में हमें bubble.io को हमने एक्सप्लोर किया। ये एक नो कोड प्लेटफॉर्म है और इस पर काम करने के लिए हमने अपनी टीम बिल्डिंग भी की है। और आई वुड लाइक टू इंट्रोड्यूस एमन आमिर रिसेंटली, जिन्होंने हमें ज्वाइन किया है। शी हैज़ अ लिटिल एक्सपीरियंस ऑन नो कोड डेवलपमेंट और शी इज़ अ वेरी क्विक लर्नर, जैसे हम सब लोग हैं माशाल्लाह। तो उन्होंने थोड़े ही टाइम में बबल के ऊपर अपनी लर्निंग इम्प्रूव की है और आज वो प्रेजेंट कर रही है। तो bubble.io पर हमने थोड़ा सा काम शुरू भी किया है। एज ए प्रोटोटाइप एक प्रोजेक्ट किया था हमने साथ चलो .pk, जो शुरू में आपको ईमेल के थ्रू कुछ इंट्रोड्यूस भी हुआ था एचआर की तरफ से। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट देन। टुडे यू विल हैव एन ओवरव्यू कि bubble.io क्या है, उसके क्या फ़ायदे हैं, उसमें क्या नुकसान हैं, लिमिटेशंस कैसी हैं, उसमें हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज़ हैं और हम सबके लिए इसमें क्या है। तो over to you, Aman. You may start your presentation.
So,
Thank
am
you.
I audible to you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope that you all are enjoying your work with Rain. So, our today's knowledge sharing session is on bubble.io development. Let's begin with its introduction. So, Bubble is a visual programming language, a no-code development platform, and an application platform as a service that lets you create mobile and web apps. It includes all the tools that you may need to build a site like Airbnb or a site like Facebook. So now just have a look on its on its background briefly. It was founded by Emmanuel and Josh. Emmanuel is a Harvard graduate in business and a Polytechnic graduate in computer science and mathematics. While Josh is a Harvard graduate in philosophy, but he already knew how to code. Bubble was launched on 21st June 2022, but it was created 7 years before that launch date. It was in its bootstrapping period for about 7 years. Um, One of the greatest achievement that the bubble has gained so far, that it has raised funds of about $100 million in 2022. And in the same year, it was regarded as the Fast Company's most innovative companies. And so far, 1.2 million apps have been built on Bubble, which no doubt is a great number. In which most of the apps were startups, and these startups have gained good revenue from their Bubble solutions. Okay, so the fundamental principle behind Bubble is that the coding and programming are not the same things. The skill of programming is the ability to think logically throughout the structure of an app or its workflow, while the skill of coding is is knowing the rules to type that logic in a way that a computer may understand. Therefore, the founder Emmanuel has regarded Bubble as the word processor for writing apps. After learning about the fundamental principle, WordPress might have come into your mind. So you'll be thinking, what's the difference while working on the WordPress and the Bubble? So WordPress at its core is a content management system, while Bubble in itself is not an off-the-shelf solution like WordPress, but it lets you create any web app with some limitations. So in order to learn Bubble better, let's have a look on its working strategy.
Bubble is an all-in-one visual programming tool and hosting provider. Use the programming tool to build your applications, while the cloud platform hosts and runs them. The application editor is accessed in the browser, so there's nothing to download. As soon as an app is built on Bubble, it is hosted on Bubble's cloud infrastructure and ready to go. The more you use Bubble, the more you will develop your own principles of how to start, build, maintain, and scale your application. Here's a basic set of principles to keep in mind as you start building. Think of your idea, the problem you're trying to solve, and the things you'll need to store and track. For example, let's say you want to make a marketplace that sells board games. You need to store users, information about them like their email and name, and the board games they want to sell. In Bubble, we start building this model out in the data tab. Bubble makes it really easy for us to get the foundation of our data types up and running, which means you can always come back to modify them later. This step is most overlooked, which is why it's first on our list. Once we have the data types for our application set, we add entries to those data types in their database. These entries give our application content that we can use to test or build with. Another way to think of this is that our marketplace now has inventory. Next, add the pages you'll need to make your application. For our marketplace example, we'd need a user profile, a listing page, and an individual product page just to get started. Then design the look of your application by dragging and dropping pre-built elements directly onto those pages. And it doesn't have to be pixel perfect right away. The beauty of Bubble is you can always go back and perfect it later. With both database and design ready to go, the last step is to connect the two by setting up workflows that run step-by-step actions to interact with the user. For example, with our listing page, we'd want to make the workflow for our users to upload a new board game for sale. With our design, we'd start the workflow from our submit button and then tell Bubble to add a new entry to our game's database, connecting our design and data together. By mastering these basic principles, you'll learn to combine different data and logic operations, so you can create very simple to extremely complicated applications with ease.
So this video has given us a good insight about Bubble working. So what kinds of apps can be built on Bubble? After learning about this fundamental principle and working strategies, we can create any social network like Facebook or Instagram. We can create community and review site like Trustpoint, food delivery service like Food Panda, and job board apps like Indeed, inventory and customer service app for personal business like online store, and much more. These are some of the use cases, but the Bubble is not limited to these cases. Here are some live examples of the apps that have been built on Bubble. So let's have a look on it. Coins is a finance platform that turns small transfers to monthly big income towards a debt or a service go or something for saving purpose.
Hello, Eman. We cannot hear you.
Actually, I'm not speaking anything right now. I'm just
Okay.
serving over the website. Another example include dividend finance, which is a which is a solution that is built on the Bubble. And fortunately, it has gained about $330 million funds through its Bubble solution, and it has given about $1 billion of the loan to the peoples. So it was all achieved through the Bubble solution. If we are talking about live examples, then the Saath Chalo PK will not be left behind. It's MVP or ride sharing app that is being built in at Didi on using Bubble solution. Now, Sir Asen will tell you more about it.
Yeah, this was actually the first basic learning project, a profile project for digital dividend. After having some initial experience, कुछ learning के बाद, थोड़ा self exploration के बाद, फिर हमें ये idea मिला, कुछ शहर में हालात भी ऐसे थे, तो हमने as per the management direction we had to develop an application, तो ताकि हम बबल को भी experience कर सकें और फिर डिजिटल डिविडेंड में बबल डेवलपमेंट को ऑफिशियली इंट्रोड्यूस करा सकें. So I was able to design this, develop this application very quickly. जैसा कि आपको पता है, मैं काफ़ी टाइम से डेवलपमेंट एग्जैक्टली नहीं कर रहा, बट मेरे लिए ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं था इसको सीखना. और इसमें हमने ये राइड शेयरिंग ऐप बनाई है, जहाँ पर लोग अपने एड्स प्लेस कर सकते हैं, ये बताने के लिए कि किस टाइम पे कहाँ से कहाँ वो लोग जा रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली कारपूल ऐप है ये, जहाँ पे जिसने ऐड प्लेस करना है वो रजिस्टर करता है, अपने आप को साइन अप करता है और एड्स प्लेस करता है. नॉर्मल पब्लिक के लिए ये एड्स व्यूएबल हैं, और आउटसाइड द सिस्टम दे कैन कॉन्टैक्ट ad poster, and based on the requirement they can share the rides and discuss the ride sharing feature. तो उसमें 3-4 पेजेस हैं जहाँ पे ऐड की डिटेल्स देख सकते हैं आप लोग व्यू ऐड में. और द गुड पार्ट, वन मोर, मैं एक जो चीज़ है और जो मैं बताना चाहूँगा वो ये कि मोहसिन रिजवान वाज विद मी वर्किंग ऑन दिस, एंड he also quickly learned bubble with me, and he added the mobile version of this saatchalo.pk website. तो ये एक और बड़ा अच्छा एडेड ऑन फीचर मिल गया हमको मोहसिन रिजवान के ज़रिए. तो एक तरह से प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस भी हुआ, और हम प्रूव कर सके कि हमने जल्दी से इसको सीख लिया और हमने बना लिया एक वेबसाइट बहुत कम टाइम में, और इसका मोबाइल वर्जन भी मोहसिन रिजवान ने इंट्रोड्यूस करा दिया. सो इट वाज अ रियली गुड एक्सपीरियंस फॉर अस, फॉर द टीम, फॉर डिजिटल डिविडेंड. एंड नाउ वी आर officially we have also placed this on the dd.com website, and on our services pages, that we are open for bubble development. So inshallah, let's hope for good in future. Okay, thank you. Aman, you can continue.
Okay, thank you. So from company point of view, why Bubble should be chosen? Bubble is quite versatile and powerful than one can imagine. Let's consider a scenario. Let's say that you have simultaneous 1,000 users, and you may be paying around $300 per month for increasing the site capacity or making the site fast enough, but you likely to save $150,000 in development, which is equivalent to the 41 years of the cost of that monthly cost, right? So plus 1,000 simultaneous users means that your site have around 1,000, 100,000, 10,000 or 100,000 of the users. And if your site has such number of users, and if you're not earning more than $300, then there must be a problem with the business model and not the site. So moreover, Bubble is customizable. That allows you to build around 95% of anything that any app need. It is also predicted that the low code and no code development market will gain a revenue of about $187 billion by 2030, which is no doubt a great revenue as compared with the revenue of 2019. And it is expected to advance faster by approximately by 32% of the compound average growth rate. Generally, so overall, talking about the bubble, it has the following benefits, like it's economical, it's great versatile product, it has agility, it saves time, it gives support for mobile app development in the form of hybrid apps and PWA. And most importantly, we can extend the features of the application with the custom codes that is written in JavaScript language. So as everything has its benefits and limitation, Bubble has its own. So firstly, Bubble isn't built for everything. Before choosing Bubble, one must be clear that what he or she wants to build, or must have a clear idea whether the solution can be built on Bubble or not. For example, if your app includes gaming stuffs, then it would be highly graphical and animated. Then such sort of work cannot be possible through Bubble. So secondly, it has limited customization, but Emmanuel has said in an interview that he's working on making Bubble as flexible as possible. I hope that in the future, this thing will be removed. Thirdly, that the hosting is totally controlled by the Bubble. You cannot use any third party or your on-premise servers. Another include that it requires the internet even for the internet application. And the last one, that not the last one, we have to pay for publishing apps. And most importantly, that there is a learning curve for both tech and non-tech person. For utilizing the full power of the Bubble, one must have to spend plenty of time learning it. And if for a non-tech person, that person must have some sound knowledge of the functionalities of the web and mobile apps. That is all from my side right now. If you have any question, you may ask.
अच्छा, एक क्वेश्चन था इसमें कि हम डेटाबेस भी जैसे कि यूज कर सकते हैं, ऐसा ही है? आवाज आ रही मेरी?
जी आ रही है।
हाँ, तो इसमें थोड़ा बताएंगे डेटाबेस के बारे में कि हम कौन सा डेटाबेस यूज कर सकते हैं, वो एसक्यूएल होगा, नो एसक्यूएल होगा, या हम किस तरह से उसको कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, क्यूरीज किस तरह से कर सकते हैं, या कितनी डेटा उसके अंदर हम स्टोर कर सकते हैं, कोई लिमिटेशंस?
बबल की अपनी लिमिटेशन है, लाइक वो प्राइस के हिसाब से, लाइक आप कितना पे कर रहे हो उस हिसाब से वो आपकी लिमिटेशन जो है इंक्रीज होती जाएंगी। ये एक्चुअली बैकएंड इसका AWS पर होता है, और ये लेकिन ऑप्शन आपके पास होता है कि आप एसक्यूएल सर्वर से कनेक्ट करना चाहें या एसक्यूएल डेटाबेस से कनेक्ट करना चाहें तो आप कर सकते हैं, तो एसक्यूएल क्वेरीज वगैरह परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं।
ओके, थैंक यू।